Hello, Mike and Moosey here. And what exactly the hell is this? Well, I'm going to show you exactly what it is and exactly how to make it next on Modeling with Mike. Okay, welcome to the workbench. Still wondering what the hell this ugly thing is? Believe it or not, this is a clamp. This is a homemade clamp. And I'm going to show you how to make it. Now, first thing you need 4 popsicle sticks. If you have thick popsicle sticks, you only need 2. But I have rather thin ones, so I need 4 of them. And I glued them together with Elmer's glue and let them sit all day. I'm going to use super glue, Loctite super glue, and Gorilla Glue. You need a binder clip and a rubber band. You need tape. Now, how to build these. What you want to do on the end, tear off a piece of tape and wrap it around the end of the popsicle stick a few times. Don't have to be, just get a few layers. Now this is to protect your parts when you have the clamp on. This is going to be the part that clamps onto your model part. This is going to protect your model part from any any wood shards or stuff that are sticking out of it. So that's the only reason for the tape. So you do that to both of them. Get plenty of it on. Okay. Now you take your popsicle stick. You put a good amount of super glue on your popsicle stick. Let it sit on the binder clip a little more. This could be a pretty messy type of thing. Just let it sit there and let it rest. Let it set. Let it set onto the popsicle stick. Get some down here to where the clip's gonna meet your, there we go. Make sure you get your clip straight on there. And you get some on your fingers, it's gonna be a pain. But let it sit. Okay. Let it sit there. Let it set. Notice how I've got it connecting the binder clip and at the binder clip handle. And we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna let that set. Okay, and that's already sitting. This Loctite is good stuff. Good stuff. Now this side, okay, this side is going to, it's not going to set on the whole binder clip. It's going to sit like this. It's only going to sit on this part right here. So you want some put it up there. Set it up there. And let it set. That's all you need for super glue. Now, the reason I use Gorilla Glue is because this is going to be my agent for keeping this binder clip on. You're just going to glob it over there, glob it inside these. Make sure it goes, okay, there we go. Okay. Yes. Sort of like that there. You'll want it nice and globbed on there. And then glob it down here. That's just to keep the binder clip on there. Okay, you turn it over and you glob some on there. Then your Gorilla Glue's done. And you will have like that. Now you're going to have to let it, if you have stronger super glue, like if you have CA glue that basically uses a accelerant and just sticks like nobody's business, yeah, use that and you won't need anything like Gorilla Glue. Then take your 2, 3, 4, about 5 times. That'll give it plenty of power. And now you let it sit and let the Gorilla Glue dry. And if you're using Gorilla Glue, you're going to have to let it sit overnight. If you're using regular CA glue with an accelerator or a epoxy type of glue, you can probably use this right now because it ain't going anywhere. But I have to let it sit and let that Gorilla Glue dry. And it comes out like this. Now, if you want to hide your globs, just use some more tape. Wrap some more tape around there. We're not looking for a beauty pageant winner here. We're just looking for something that'll clamp something together. And will this clamp something together? Well, I got one more to wrap up. And this still opens up. Now the thing is, your binder clip, that's just your fulcrum. That's acting as your fulcrum to open it up. All your strength's coming from your It's coming from actually two places, because your binder clip is part of the strength of it, but a lot of the strength's coming from the rubber band. Now, we'll wrap this one up, and I'll show you how great these work. I got my busters here. Of course, they're put together, but I just want to show you how these clamp. They go on, they work great. They work great. You can clamp them on anything. Look how it works on this fuselage. Other clamps would be sliding off right now. Works on there. Show you on the crappy Corsair. Boom. Right there. Right across. Look at that. Any other clamp would be sliding off or wouldn't even fit. This, I mean, that's just great. Look at that. This one, just as good. Just as good. Look at that. I mean, works great for wings, fuselages. This is my new bingo, my new Millennium Falcon kit. Yeah, I mean, wow. It works. So there you go. You can use different size clips for different functions. You can use these, you can get binder clips alone and use these by themselves for clamps. I mean, but as you can see, these work and they're very quick. If you have the right glue, they're very quick. But I have Gorilla Glue, and Gorilla Glue takes overnight to dry. And you gotta make sure that you have it off of everything, or else you're gonna have problems getting that clamp off. So, like I said, you can use different size, different size binder clips for different jobs. You can do anything you want. You can cut these popsicle sticks down, get a smaller clamp for a smaller job. Yeah, they're very, very customizable. And they're very quick to build, as you can see. And they're great for wing halves. They're great for car bodies. You know, they open, well, they can be great for car bodies. Parts of car bodies. You can put diorama pieces on there and use them. So there you go. As you can see, they're very stable. They grip nice. I mean, look how it grips around this cowling. I mean, that's not moving anywhere. If that cowling wasn't 2/2 and it was warped, you're doing a nice clamping job there. It's the same here with the fuselage. Get 2 of these, boom, boom. They're not going anywhere. All right, they have stability, they grip great. And as you can see, I made that one in about 2 minutes. You can make 10 of these in 20 minutes. No problem. So that's about it for how to make those. It's real quick. I'm going to meet you out the other side and we'll talk some pros and cons and other good stuff. Mike again. And I forgot to show you the completed Millennium Falcon. This is the Falcon done with all the stickers. There's the front and the bottom. And I'm glad I didn't do these during the building of this because I thought there were 30 stickers. There were 60. And it took me 2 sessions to get them on because they were very fiddly and I had to actually paint a couple of them. So, I wanted to show you this because I promised you I would. And there it is, the Millennium Falcon. And there it is on the stand. Whoops. There it is on the stand. So, we will be back. Okay, we're back. Let's talk some pros and cons of these clamps. The pros, they're cheap. Okay, let's see. When I bought those popsicle sticks, I paid $3 for a bag of 150. I bought the rubber bands for $1 for a bag, and the binder clips were $1 for a package. So that's $5 for all the ingredients. They're fast to make. I just made one in 2 minutes, 3 minutes. I have to let it sit for a day or overnight, but if you're not using Gorilla Glue, you don't have to do that. They're adjustable. As I said, you can cut down the popsicle sticks to a certain size to make them. You can make them whatever size you want. And they're reusable. If a rubber band breaks, put another rubber band on. If you're, if any major part of it breaks, just make another one. Now the cons. They're not for large and heavy duty jobs. These are for, 1/48 and smaller fuselages and 1/24 cars, standard size and smaller. Standard size and 1/78 and smaller than that. They won't work on large stuff. But, you're going to need special clamps for the larger stuff. So that's how you make DIY clamps in a matter of minutes using stuff you already have. So have you made your own clamps before? Let me know about it in the comments. Always love to hear from you. Channel update. We're up to 345 subscriptions. The viewing hours is up to 980. We're 20 hours away from that 1,000. And we're inching our way to 13,000 views. So, everything's going great. Next video, gonna show you how to make a DIY wet palette for your paints and all your painting needs. So you won't want to miss that. Don't forget about the live stream every Thursday, 1 o'clock Eastern time. That's 6 o'clock in the UK, and everybody else adjust from that. So that's all I have for this one. With that being said, you know what we always say around here. Never stop pushing your modeling boundaries. Until next time, bye-bye.